No. Item 11.
11. What do you
11
want, sir?
steps we have taken, but notice issued by registry of only on 17/7. Right? They awaited now.
Await return of notices issued to the response number 7
7 and 8.
for 3 weeks.
May I please, your lordship? Lordship, with regard to item number 23, lordship, yes, last Friday, lordship, we have circulated.
23.
23, your lordship.
Yes.
Lordship, there is some problem, there is some inconvenience on the part of the assisting council, your lordship. So I'm waiting for adjournment, lordship.
Land Council, Mr. So and so. Praise for time. This is a 2016 matter.
Yes, lordship, lordship, a short date may be given.
This
lordship.
appeal is
Just for
pending.
today, your lordship.
Since the year 2016. And thus, it's not fair on part of the then council to seek adjournment or in the interest of justice, last opportunity is being granted with the understanding that no further time will be allowed.
Lordship.
No further adjournment will be allowed in this matter.
Lord.
Re-notify on 24th August.
24th of August, Lord.
Yes.
Much obliged, Lord.
May it please your lordship, my lord, with regard to item number 19, my lord,
Hmm.
the consent of all the parties, my lord. I beg to mention on behalf of the Advocate General, he could not come and appear, my lord, today because
Okay.
he has a matter to attend in the court. Therefore,
This is also court, madam.
lordship, yes, my lord, you're right, my lord.
What kind of statement are you making?
I mean, my lord, because of virtual, I told him also about the virtual, that he could not make it, my
A
lord.
request is
Therefore,
made to adjourn the
he's given
matter
another date, if
on
your
behalf
lordship
of
will please.
Advocate General Nagaland
20
on the ground that he is busy in some other matter. Re-notify the council representing the petitioner does not object. Re-notify on
Lord,
what
my lord, 21, 23, otherwise one matter is fixed on the 29th, my lord. August.
29th of August,
August.
29th of
It's a
August.
matter is
Okay, Mr. Das?
Yes, Lord.
Okay.
obliged, my lord.
Much obliged.
May I please your lordship, with
Yes.
the consent of the other sides, I beg to mention item number 36. Item number 36.
36. What do you want, madam?
May I pray to take up this matter on sound of the lordship after 2 weeks?
Who is for the, you are for the respondent,
I am for the petitioner lordship.
Appellant.
I have taken.
and counsel for the appellant. Praise for time. The other side. Have you informed the other side?
Yes, lordship, I have taken.
Has been informed. A consent has been taken from the other side. List of 3 weeks for hearing.
My lord, I beg to mention item number 30, my lord,
Hmm.
on behalf of the petitioners, my lord.
Yes.
The conducting counsel of the petitioner is out of station, my lord.
It is stated that the arguing counsel, Mr.
R.K. Moore.
R.K. Moore is not available today. A request is made to adjourn the matter. List after 4 weeks for hearing.
Obliged.
Check.
May I please? I beg to
Yes.
mention, my lord, one petition for the month of August, first week of August, my lord, for listing, my lord.
For listing,
For
is a
listing.
pending matter or what?
It's a pending matter, my lord.
Move and what is the next date fixed?
Date is not given, my lord.
Move an application for early listing. We'll direct. What is the date? Find out what is the date fixed. Then
Date is not fixed.
we'll find out. Don't worry.
May I please, if I may mention item number 37 of the supplementary list, madam.
Hmm.
This matter had come up on our instance, madam, but in the meantime, my lord, our client has instructed that they need some more time to obtain some documents, madam. May I pray, madam, this be taken up on Friday?
This can't be done, gentlemen. You get the matter listed and then you seek adjournment. Now that is permissible.
My sincere apologies.
Matter has been listed on request of the counsel for the petition appellant who prays for time today. List after 1 week.
Obliged, madam.
May it please your lordship,
Your Lordship, I beg to mention an item for listing. It is a contempt matter. It was lastly listed on 19/9/2022, and there is an urgency in the matter.
Find out, Zakir, why it has not been listed. Get it listed in the next week.
No, Your Lordship, on 27th of this month.
Just give the slip, we'll find out.
Daily list for orders, item 1.
Item 1 and 2, my lord. These were matters relating to temporary status in BSNL. These applicants, my lord, and petitioners, they were, my lord, granted initially temporary status. In 2004, it was cancelled. That cancellation, my lord, was under challenge. The matter went to the apex court, my lord. The apex court.
It has been decided in their favor.
It has restored the TSM status, my lord, but
Yes.
some financial benefits of around 98% are to be worked out, my lord, as of now. So I need another 2 weeks time, my lord. We are in the process, my lord.
That has been done. They will be appearing.
My lord,
We'll be appearing for
My
the
lord.
newly implemented officers.
my lord.
Mr. Patak puts in appearance on behalf of the newly implemented officers response numbers 4 and 5. As well. The service is complete. He prays for and is granted 4 weeks time to place the compliance report on record. Re-notify on 30th August.
Keep your- Item 2, my lord, similar.
Two also, same order. In that also, there is some implement.
My lord.
Okay. Same, okay.
In fact, there was another case that did not get listed today, my lord. There was a third one.
File of contempt case number so and so shall also be listed along with these two matters. Number they.
Contempt case is 81, my lord. 81 of 2018. Deeply all right.
Item number 3.
May it please, your lordship. And that as per office note dated 19/7/2023, my lord,
Notice has not been served.
not awaiting service report.
Hmm.
19/7.
Notice issued to the respondent number 7 has still not been served. Let fresh steps be taken within 7 days. As I should, notice issued to the respondent number 7 has not been served. Await return of notice for two weeks. The report, inquiry report, which has been presented on the last date of hearing by learned Government Council shall be placed securely in a separate file.
Much.
May I please, Lordship? Lordship, the section 41 compliance that has been, my lord,
Item
they
4.
submitted a reply, and out of which, my lord, they have complied with that notification. Lordship,
Yes,
only
Cham-
one small thing I would like to point out before, Lordship. Page 165 of the affidavit reply, only a small thing, my lord. Page 165 of their affidavit file on 14th June 2023. Lordship, the first conditions, the three things they have mentioned, standing order shall also be posted on official website, that has been done, my lord. Now, second thing, my lord, the above information should also display at a prominent place at police station, subordinate court, and honorable high court, and made available to state and district legal service authority in order to inform the public of their rights and recourses available to them. And 10 parties training program, my lord, these are the two things. If lordship feel that some action is required, then lordship.
I think this is comprehensive, Mr. Chamria. All right, Mr. Chamria,
Lordship,
frankly concede.
one small thing, my lord, only one small thing I would like. My lord, what happened in subordinate court, sometimes in routine manner, my lord, whenever custody has been sought for, that has been granted, even my NI Act or my lord, land given case. If lordship pass a direction to the registry that whatever direction given Anas Kumar, that has also been given to be.
It's
complied with
already circulated, gentlemen, circulated many times over.
Visible in official website, assampolice.gov.
There on the official
I
website.
just put your lordship.
Ms. Chamria submits that with the issuance of the order dated 15th May 23, which has been placed on record with the affidavit of the respondents, all the issues raised in this PIL have been addressed.
My lord.
He thus craves liberty of the court to seek closure of the PIL. Hence, the instant PIL is closed.
Deeply
My lord, a second thing, lordship, I would like to put your lordship kind attention. My lord, if lordship could remember, on a Friday, my lord, a medical hospital matter was taken care of, my lord. Now, Saturday, my lord, government has taken a decision that they would like to regularize the hospital with 50-bed
They
facility.
may have done it.
Lordship, my only prayer, lordship, that the matter is fixed for my lord disposal of final order, my lord.
We have already disposed it of. The order will be uploaded today to file a review application now.
Not review, I just want to bring on.
You do whatever you want. We will not review the order now.
Mal,
Once we have passed the order,
mal. Deeply.
Item number 5.
what is the problem? Yes, service of notice.
We have taken steps last time also. From office it is seen that again it is sent 21/6/23.
It has not been served. Service has not been effected on the response number 6 to 9. First steps will be taken in 7 days thereafter. Process be issued, rule is made returnable in 6 weeks thereafter. The matter shall, on the returnable date, the matter shall be placed before the Lavazim court for effective reporting.
Madam, may we take steps to dust
Thus the service is permitted.
Item number 6.
Maybe the lordship. So office noted 19/7, look at the say lordship is published to the response number 4 is not completed lordship. Educator also not responding with lordship.
So you want a fresh service, fresh steps?
Lordship,
Service has not been effected on the response number 4. Fresh steps to be taken within 7 days thereafter. Process be issued.
obliged, lordship.
Rule is made returnable in 6 weeks thereafter.
Item number 7.
May it please, my lords. Wherein, my lord, the challenges against a transfer order which has been issued, my lord, again in.
He has been sent to Meerut. His own request was send me somewhere near Delhi. Meerut is very close to Delhi. What is the grievance? And the administrative authority says that he is not fit to command a unit. How can such an officer be placed there? Continued.
On that aspect, my lord, they have never, it is stigmatic also, my lord. I was never informed about it, my lord. Neither, my lord, continuously since 2016, I am being transferred in diversion of the standing order governing transfers, my lord. And I am to retire in less than in 9 months, my lord, now.
What do you say?
Lordship,
But he has been sent near his own hometown.
My lord,
He is a resident of Delhi. He has been sent to Meerut.
100 kilometers from Delhi, my lord.
Then-
When I had asked, at that point, I had some, when I had asked for a transfer to Delhi, my lord, I had certain reasons at that point in time because I wanted to take care of my ailing father and wife, my lord. Now that has been taken care of because, my lord, my son is staying with my parents. So, with my father and my wife, my lord. So,
What do you say, Mr. Chaudhary? Last date,
yes.
we had asked you to place the reasons on record.
Lordship, I'm just passing on the instruction.
Yes.
Now, Lordship, Chirang is a sensitive place, Lordship, where
Hmm.
from where he has been posted out. Lordship, if he cannot command, that creates a difficulty for us.
But that is a stigmatic kind of thing, Mr.
That-
Chaudhary.
That I do agree, but Lordship,
Then were you not supposed to communicate to him?
that is, Lordship, I do agree, Lordship, but having him there, he can be maybe, he can be posted to any other place, not mirror. But in a sensitive place, Lordship,
That's
at least
right.
somebody who has some command.
Mr. Counsel, we can't interfere in these transfer matters, just
My lord,
not possible.
here I am in receipt of an office order. Your lordship may kindly peruse this. my lord.
Yes,
So,
what order?
My lord, it is an office order of the CRPF itself dated 14 June, my lord. If your lordship kindly peruses, it says that the second in charge, my lord, in my absence, had made some irregular purchases, my lord. And that has been discussed in the office order, and the eventual direction is to regularize those purchases. And without any reference to what is my role, if your lordship kindly peruses the last page,
Hmm.
my lord,
Yes.
now.
So
I'm
something
reading-
has happened to your second in charge. How does it affect your transfer?
Exactly, in this order,
Yes.
my transfer is ordered, my lord, in this very order. Now additional DG, CG, CRPF Kolkata by letter number so and so has intimated that the subject case was forwarded to personal DT, and now DIG personal DT by letter number so and so has intimated that after considering all.
Oh, that
aspects-
transfer order is of May, gentlemen. That is of 11/5. This order, it just refers that the transfer has already been made. This is just a passing reference. This order has nothing to do with your transfer.
But here it is reflected, although the entire discussion in this order is with respect to.
You are trying to confuse the issues, gentlemen. What does this order have to do with your transfer? Your transfer was made in May.
But
You
the-
should feel happy. You remained for 15 years and 8 months in and around Delhi. What is your special interest in remaining at Chirang in the last
No,
8 months of your service?
I am working as a commandant. I'm leading the group here, your lordship. There I'm being sent.
But then the officers
I will
feel
retire
that you are
without
not
any respect,
competent.
my lord.
There is a doubt on your commanding prowess.
And my lord, when it is done in divergence of the rules in place, my
Yes,
lord,
there are no rules,
special-
they're just guidelines. In transfer, there are no
Here-
statutory rules.
Here it says it has to be scrupulously followed, my lord. May I rely on certain judgments, my lord?
The rules, lordship, the rules on the contrary says the DG can. I have placed a copy of the instructions, lordship, enclosing the rules.
Let's see.
Earlier, lordship, there's a bunch where I had with some page numbers also. In page 16, departure of instructions. Any departure from the above instructions will be with the approval of the Director General CRPF. The Director General may issue.
They're
an order
just
of
standing orders and rules.
Yes, lordship.
There are no such statutory rules or regulations.
It
a
says, my
standing
lord, the
order.
transfer policy should be followed strictly in letter and spirit, my lord. And my lord, certain judgments are also there, my lord. which
Give
I
us the
kindly
judgment.
rely on.
All right, let's see the judgment. Let's see the judgment. You just pass on the judgment, you will not read the ratio.
My lord, I'll.
All right, let's see the judgment.
That's it, right. Viluas, Vikas, sir. My lord, first is a document which shows that since, if your lordship kindly sees the transfer details, this segment, I've just ticked it, my lord. Since 2016, 2016, I'm being continuously transferred. And the tenure on every occasion has been less than 3 years, my lord.
So there must be something wrong with your conduct. That is why
My lord, that also they have never communicated. For 41 years, I have.
not required, not required.
Then,
The
my lord,
punitive,
this is. the
transfer
decision
is
of-
never punitive. So what communication is required?
This, my lord, the second is a decision of the Honorable Bombay High Court, my lord, a
Yes.
judgment of the division bench. Here also the transfer was in violation of the rules in place, my lord. If your lord.
Let's have one Supreme Court judgment on transfer. Provide us one Supreme Court judgment.
My lord, there are some references also, if I may just,
No, you just cite the Supreme Court judgment, sir.
my lord, Supreme Court judgment, there is a
There
reference
are
in Honorable.
N
Calcutta High Court.
number of Supreme Court judgments which says that transfer matters no interference. The policies are just general guidelines. There is no need to just strictly follow the policies.
In Honorable Calcutta High Court's judgment, my lord, there is a reference to some Supreme Court judgments.
So why didn't you bring that judgment itself? Let's see, anyhow, which is the judgment? Kolkata.
This is the third judgment in the bunch of judgments, my lord. This is Santiranjan Ganguly, my lord.
Yes.
My lord, here in the reference, here also transfer in violation of the statutory rules, my lord. If lordship kindly comes to para 10.
There are no statutory rules here, sir.
Standing
there were
orders, my lord.
standing instructions can't be equated to statutory rules.
They say it has to be strictly and scrupulously followed. my lord.
Nothing doing. All right.
Para 10, may I read, my lord?
Uh,
The Supreme Court in the case of SL Abbas versus Union of India have clearly laid down that an order of transfer could not be interfered with by the court unless it is
So that
found that the
takes
order
care of your troubles. Malafide or statutory provision.
in violation.
Where is the allegation of malafide? Against whom? There is no malafide. No particular officer to whom you attribute malafides has been implemented. And what is the statutory provision? Let us know. These are the two grounds on which interference can be made.
My lord, two aspects are there. One in their
First
standing
thing,
orders.
gentlemen, is there a statutory provision for transfers? Absolutely no. So this judgment doesn't proceed on the correct premise, because the Supreme Court judgment dealt with the matter saying that if there is a statutory provision, that's a different thing.
My lord, here only in the Supreme Court in the case of Union of India versus D. Mohan reported in 1995 3 SCC 115, the Supreme Court observed even case of disobedience of guidelines, the court can interfere, my lord. So here at least, my lord, these are
Okay,
guidelines.
very
that-
well.
Similarly,
right.
it has multiple occasions, there are 6 judgments there, my lord, where transfers have been interfered with, my lord.
Okay, we'll
And
deal with.
also in case of when when transfer takes place just before retirement, my lord.
Yes, all right.
And herein, my lord, if you may kindly see, I'm continuously being transferred since 2016, my lord. And
There must be some problem because you have not made allegations of malafides. So there is obviously some problem in your conduct.
My lord,
You're going closer to home. Your client should feel happy.
on the last occasion, my lord, the honorable court has held that the reason cited by them is not sufficient reasons, my lord.
We will deal with that also. Thank you. Rejected.
And one aspect also your lordship may consider, my lord, Rapo, Meerut. Here the normal tenure should be 3 years, but in a training institute that tenure has to be 4 years, my lord. According to their own guidelines, I'm being transferred for 9 months there.
They'll use your good experience of 41 years appropriately in the next 9 months. Don't worry. They'll be benefited.
My lord,
He doesn't want to leave the place of power. That is the ego problem. Thank you. Dismissed.
much obliged.
Item number 8.
Wait, please, Lord. This is delay application, my lord.
Service on 6, 7, 8,
Yes, my lord.
not affected. You are appearing
I am appealing for 2 to 5 plots.
2 to 5. Service has not been affected. On the respondents number 6, 7, and 8. Await करना await करना 6 June को किया था notice for. Fresh steps be taken within 3 days, whereafter process be issued to these respondents. Rule is made returnable in 4 weeks thereafter.
Obliged.
Item number 9 and 10.
May it please your lordship. My lord, the interrogatory application has been preferred by the department, my lord, for modification of order dated 30/3/2023.
Yes.
Lordship may kindly have a look. Paragraph, page 8, paragraph 3 for a moment, my lord.
Yes.
Also, before my lord, if it continues, lordship, we are filing an opposition against the additional affidavit filed by the private respondent number 1, as well as the application filed by the state government.
You propose to move an objection.
Lordship, we are filing it today, lordship.
All
It will be taken up next week, lord.
Lordship may kindly have a look my prayer, my lord.
We have seen your prayer, madam. They have a right to object.
My lord.
Then counsel for the respondent number 1,
Lordship, opposite party number 1, appellant, lordship.
respondent number 1 seeks short opportunity to move an objection against the prayer made in this interlocutory application. List on Friday,
My lord.
Next week, lordship.
next week, Monday next,
Monday, lordship. Obliged.
I'm deeply obliged, my lord.
30th, 31st.
31st.
Obliged, lord.
Obliged, lordship.
Otherwise, the prayer that has been made, I don't think anyone can have an objection, but
To go ahead with the promotions,
because everyone is in the zone of consideration.
obviously.
So all will benefit.
I'm deeply obliged.
Mr. Council, you got the copy on 11th July Why did you file the objection if you wanted to do it?
Lordship, in the, because of the vacations and all, Lordship, there was some difficulty, Lordship.
Item number 12.
Yes.
But in this case, my lord, the appellant is aggrieved by the judgment and order dated 5/12/22, my lord.
Yes.
But before that, my lord, my lord may kindly peruse the order passed in the first round of litigation, page 49, my lord. The appellant herein. had
Yes.
earlier- Page 49,
Your client seeks appointment as what?
under compassionate appointment scheme, my lord.
As what?
He had applied for grade 4, my lord.
Grade 4.
Yes, my lord.
And what is the qualification?
My lord, when at page 49, my lord, may kindly peruse, my lord.
We
The,
are asking you a simple question, Mr. Counsel.
yes, my lord.
What is the qualification required
Now, the education qualification is the science background. But
for
when I
grade
had-
4?
For grade 3, my lord.
Grade,
They had approved my name for grade 3, but I had applied for grade 4.
okay.
So my lord, may kindly peruse at page 49,
Hmm.
para 3, my lord. In view of the above, the matter is remanded back to the SLC for re-examining the availability of vacancy in other departments as provided under para 15.
Where is your application for appointment?
My
Let's see.
application for appointment is at page 25, my lord.
Your even prayer and writ petition is to keep one post in grade 3 vacant, not in grade 4. You are not qualified for grade 3. What is to be done then? Where is your application? Let's see.
Page 25, my lord.
25.
Yes, my lord.
Hmm.
Humble submission is that Sri late Jutin Kalita, the husband and father of the undersigned applicant, respectfully has been discharging his duty as regular grade 4 employee in the office of the PWD Silapatha division. But it's a
Now,
matter of regret that he suddenly passed away on so and so.
now let's see the prayer in your writ petition. In writ petition, you prayed for a direction to appoint you on grade 3. Come to
Page
page,
69, my lord.
yes, 73, 72. Direct the respondent's authority to keep one post of grade 3 vacant.
Because they had sent my name for grade 3.
You are prepared for grade 4 also.
I had applied for grade 4. They proposed my name for grade 3.
What do you say? Hmm? When he had applied for grade, his rejection has been done on the count that he is not qualified for grade 3. But his application for was for grade 4. Why didn't you consider him for grade 4?
Lordship, that was done by the DLC, district level.
We are not bothered who did it. Question here is that you oust a candidate on the ground that he is not qualified, but he never sought appointment on the post of grade 3. His application is very clear. Grade 4.
Lordship, I have to take insight.
On going through the documents available on record, and more particularly, the application annexure 3 dated 11th February 2013, filed by the appellant, it becomes clear, it is clear that the appellant herein applied for compassionate appointment pursuant to death of his father, late Sri Jatin Kalita, in harness on grade 4 post. However, the respondents have rejected the said application of the appellant on numerous grounds, one of them being that the appellant was considered for appointment on grade 3 post for which he does not hold qualification. Thus, a question arises as to why, the respondents of their own accord, recommended the case of the appellant for appointment on grade 3 post when the application itself was for grade 4 post. Then Government Counsel, Mr. So and so, what's your good name, sir?
B. Chaudhary.
B. Chaudhary shall take instructions and file affidavit of the competent authority on this aspect of the matter.
Lordship, I am appearing for 4, 10 and 11.
10, 4, 10, and
10
11.
and 11.
10, 11. Who is there for the other authorities? Madam is there? 5, 8, and 9. Then who is there for 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and 9. You let us know whoever, everyone is, all our government authorities. and Council MS B Chaudhary as well as Mr. B Chaudhary and MS B Bhattacharya shall file affidavits of the concerned officers to explain as to why the appellant's case for appointment on compassionate appointment basis was not considered on the post he applied for, that is grade 4. He is ready to accept grade 4. Then Council, Mr. So-and-so states that the appellant was and is still willing to seek appointment on a grade 4 post. All right. List on 24th August.
Item number 13.
May I please your lordship? The petitioner appellant here in your lordship. Initially.
What happened in the case of Biralal Dole? Whether any appeal has been filed?
No, your lordship. So far as Hiralal Dole is no appeal.
So then that order was the basis of your rejection.
Lordship. But your lordship, he has not preferred any appeal. Your lordship.
He is not preferred an appeal. Okay.
Now, your lordship.
All right.
Your lordship will kindly see your lordship the order we have challenged in the writ petition, your lordship.
Where is the judgment in the case of Biralal Dole? Because there is no specific reasoning in this judgment.
Lordship.
Directly reliance is placed on Biralal Dole and your case is disposed of.
Lordship.
So what is the ratio or discussion in Biralal Dole?
The honorable single judge has, your lordship, quoted the order of the Bilal Dole, your lordship, in the, if your lordship. comes to
Not
one.
the entire order, gentlemen. Only a passing reference.
Lordship. Your lordship.
Para 5 and para 6.
That is,
In para 6, the order is there. We'll admit the appeal. The appeal is admitted.
That Bilal Dole part lordship, petitioner himself admitted in paragraph 6, lordship.
But all right, his case has been covered by Biralal Dole. Biralal Dole doesn't file an appeal. That doesn't oust him from the opportunity to challenge the case on his own behalf. Admit issue notice. The respondents are duly represented by learned standing counsel. Thus, process need not be issued. List for hearing.
Item number 14.
Supposed to file affidavit, my lord.
I had a discussion with the department, my lord. The order that is impugned, my lord, it lays down all the grounds for which we had removed him, my lord. That would be sufficient.
Argue.
What I'm told. We can be argued, it can be argued.
My lord,
Your client doesn't have the qualification to be appointed as a principal.
my lord, the question is this, my
And
lord.
they don't need a headmaster in a higher secondary school.
My lord, neither they need all the head principal also, my lord.
They
Because
do
the-
need, that is not your outlook.
My
They
lord.
need a principal. They have appointed
My
the
lord,
inspector
because
as
there
the
is
principal in charge.
There is no need of, my lord, the order which has.
In
updated-
any event, Mr. Counsel, how is your client entitled to hold that post? Let us know.
I am entitled the post of headmaster, my lord, even in
But
charge.
they don't need a
I have
headmaster
the
to run that
qualification.
school. That's their choice.
So let them say, my lord, they are not, let them.
They have
file an
said so.
affidavit. There is no.
That is
policy
why they have
decision
appointed a
as this, my
principal.
lord. There is no policy decision as this regard, my lord. The order creating, upgrading the post clearly held that there will be no additional post to, creation of additional post.
So obviously, so there is no upgradation. Post of headmaster is upgraded to the post of principal.
No,
They have
my
to have a
lord, no,
qualified
no, my
person.
lord, there is no policy decision as such.
Yes, Mr. Mazumdar.
No, there is no decision as such, my lord.
Who will be the person in charge of the higher secondary school as per the rules? Let's see that. Administrative head of a higher secondary school. What do the rules say about that?
The administrator, higher secondary school is a principal.
No, my lord, Lordship will kindly see page 56, my lord.
Yes.
This is the order, my lord. Upgradation order. There should not be any amalgamation proposal. There should be minimum. to
Mr.
additional
Counsel, we
proposal.
are asking you,
There should not
who
be
will be
any
the
new-
administrative head of a secondary school, higher secondary school as per the rules? Just
It
let us
should
know.
be principal, my lord.
All right, then chapter closed. What more do you want?
Lordship may take up the matter with the next, I'll just try to.
What for,
On
sir?
Friday, my lord.
You already taken it up.
My
Thank you.
On
It's
Friday.
done.
Then
Nothing,
on
no Friday.
my lord.
No Friday. Thank you. It's done. There's nothing in your case. Dismiss.
My lord, Lordship may be Friday, my lord.
Tomorrow, all right.
I am under.
Come
the
tomorrow.
impression that my lord will
All
file
right.
an affidavit.
Mr. Mazumdar submits that there is no
My
need,
lord.
that the order
on Friday.
under challenge is self-speaking, and thus, there is no need to file an affidavit on behalf of the respondents.
My lord.
List tomorrow as paid by council.
My lord, Friday, my lord, on Friday.
Tomorrow,
God bless you.
Item number 15.
Wait, please, your lordship. Lordship, in this matter, lordship, we have filed our affidavit and reply on Friday, lordship, last Friday. That perhaps not on record, lordship.
Let it become.
the affidavit in reply has been filed on behalf of the appellants on,
21.
in the, on 21,
Yes,
on
lord.
21st July, the same be brought on record. List, when do you want, Madam, Mr.
After first and second, we were to August, any date.
List on 7th August as pledged.
Deeply. open.
Lordship, can it be on 8, lordship?
8th August.
Item number 16.
Yes.
Make please, your lordship.
Yes, please.
My lord, in this case, lordship, petitioner has challenged the one letter, lordship, issued by the page 50, my lord. Only legal point is that, lordship, without having any approval from the Union of India, that was not considered, lordship, and without taking that, and government also, Union of India filed their affidavit, also clarified that there is no such approval from the government, lordship. So petitioner, before you, appellant before your lordship, the honorable single judge taking it as the may consider, lordship, in an alternative, lordship, because that he has already deposited and that letter will remain exist, lordship, because he cannot apply for that since the decision of the government, lordship.
Yes. So it's just a direction to deposit the money. You have to deposit your.
Lordship, how can I deposit, lordship? Because that notification, lordship, that was not approved by the Union of, because
What
Parliament, lordship.
What notification?
Lordship, is that I'm supplying the Architect Act, lordship, section 45.
Yes.
And then that lordship, may I read, lordship? 45, yes,
45.
of the Architect Act, lordship,
Yes.
power of the council to make regulation. The council may, with the approval of the central government, by notification to the official gazette, make regulation not to inconsistent with the provisions of this act and the rules made thereunder to carry out the purpose of this act, lordship. Then, lordship, also may, lordship, clause 3 down below, every regulation made under this section shall be laid as soon as may be after it made before each house of the parliament while it is in session for total period of 30 days, which may be comprised in one session or two or more successive sessions, lordship. So my respective submission,
Lordship, while issuing that notification, Lordship, that letter, Lordship, as well as their meeting, Lordship, that was not approved by the Parliament, Lordship. As per the Act, Lordship says that there should be an approval from the
Approval for what?
of the
purpose?
central government, Lordship.
Regulation.
Regulation.
What- So what?
That regulation to be approved by the central
Which
government.
regulation you are referring to? Is it a
Lordship.
regulation?
Regulation, Lordship, page 53, Lordship. Operative portion is page 55, Lordship.
Let's see, is it a regulation?
That is minutes of the meeting, Lordship.
It's a resolution, not a regulation, sir.
Minutes of the 69 meeting of the council of the
Yes,
page 52, Lordship.
yes.
That minutes were not approved by the,
The minutes are not supposed to be, these are day-to-day actions of the council. The everyday action is not supposed to be approved. If a regulation is framed, that requires approval. They have been given power to frame regulations.
Lordship.
That would be statutory in nature. This is not a regulation. A little bit confused, Ms.
Lordship.
Council, seems.
Far as subject to Lordship, clarification, Lordship.
What is the requirement to get approval of a resolution or a regulation? Let us see. Rule 45 again, section 45.
Section
Read it
45.
again. Yes.
The council may with the power of the council to make regulation.
Regulations or rules, right? So how does these minutes fall within the definition of a regulation or a rule?
Lordship, I am coming.
Yes.
That apart, Lordship, just this page 50, Lordship, is the letter which was issued, Lordship, to me, Lordship, for depositing, because I deposited already. Second paragraph, Lordship. In this regard, it is informed that the council at its 69 meeting held on 13th and 14th April 2018 by resolution number 498 had decided to seek an amount of rupees 25 lakhs from all the new private institutions as interest fee, security deposit, out of which the amount of rupees 20 lakhs shall be returned to the institute after a period of 10 years without interest, Lordship. Kindly consider that, Lordship, subject to the satisfactory compliance of the norms of the council.
This is also almost like a rule that any new application it has to be accompanied with a fee. Charging a fee, the statute already provides. So if you go over and above the statute, the approval has to be there. Approval was not there. What is the mode of granting permission for establishment of a college? Where, how does the act and the rules deal with it?
Lordship.
A renewal fees, approval fees, they are saying affiliation fees or renewal fees. What is this fees in the nature of? Approval.
Nature of approval, Lordship.
No, what is the nature of these fees which they are charging?
They are asking, Lordship.
What is the nature for approval?
Approval, Lordship.
So now where does the act prescribe the fees for approval? Read. Act or rule, whatever. Yes, Mr. Gupta, where is the power to demand these?
This council is an autonomous body.
Yes.
And regarding the fees, my lord, under the regulation, there is no specific provision. The
Then
discretion.
Then
has
you
been
are
given to the council.
framing an additional regulation. The act, neither the act then nor the rules say
My lord,
what will be the particular quantum
my lord.
of fees you will be charging. You charge fees, then you say we'll retain it for 25 good years, 10 years. What purpose?
My lord,
What is the reason?
My lord will take page number 206, my lord.
Yeah, you
Of
tell us
my
from the act
affidavit.
and the rules first.
My lord, I have mentioned, referred there, my lord. In the affidavit, it is mentioned.
206. Let's see.
206. No, 207, my lord, page 4. It is further submitted that the proposal was approved by the Council of Architecture under resolution number 498 in agenda number 10 of 69 Council of Architecture meeting held on 13/4/2018.
Mr. Gupta,
The proposal-
this,
My lord,
this letter of yours, this resolution of yours changes the rules of the game. You were earlier charging 5 lakh rupees. Now you have changed the fees. It's almost like a competition fees.
My lord, the council, the power under the act is given to the council. My lord will proceed.
Let's see
further.
which provision.
My lord, that is
Power
mentioned.
to amend or modify the
My lord,
fees
the
to be
affidavit
charged.
Is mentioned, my lord. I will continue, my lord. However,
Read from the act, Mr. Gupta.
The act is mentioned, my lord. The provisions are mentioned. Right now, I'm not having the. act.
You should be carrying the act with you.
207. However,
Yes.
no specific approval of the ministry was taken in this regard as it is not required as per section 8 and 9 of the COA Regulation Act 1892.
Regulations,
Deals with-
COA. Now, where are those regulations? Let us see. Council of Architecture Minimum Standards of Regulations, 1982. The regulations have been amended.
Because that says, my lord, every matter has to be determined by the council on a motion. moved
Matter,
by-
matter means what? What is the definition of the matter?
It
Matter
is-
in the nature of a statutory rule. Then it requires approval of the government.
No, my lord.
So where are the
Regarding
regulations,
the-
Mr.
with the
Gupta?
fees, my lord.
It's really
Well,
strange. Why are you not carrying the regulations?
But I am appearing for SO number 2 only, my lord. The Indian Council of Architecture, there is a standing council.
No.
There is a standing council for Council of Architecture. I
Who
think
has issued this order?
This order is by Council of Architecture, my lord.
So you are representing
Well, I am representing the ministry only, my lord.
ministry only.
1 and 3, my lord, there is a council.
Who is
I
the
think
council for 1
copy
and
has
3?
not Been served, I think. Council is, copy is served.
The council is under you now.
No. Copy
You
has
never
not been
said,
served.
on the earlier dates, you never said that you are not representing them.
No,
Very
I am
strange.
representing only SO number 2.
No.
The ministry, 1 and 3.
There is no name.
There is a.
Who is
council
the standing council?
Before the,
Mr. H. Gupta states that he appears. He represents only the
ministry, my lord.
Ministry of Human HRD, respond number 1, 2 in this appeal.
2, my lord.
The Council of Architecture is an autonomous institution and has to be served separately.
P. Mahanta is there, my lord.
No, he is not a council.
UK Goswami is your associate. Mr. UK Goswami is your associate or what?
Lord, you may be CGC, my lord, I don't.
Call Mr. UK Goswami, who is, he has made a statement that he is representing all respondents.
My lord, page, before the learned single judge, Mr. P. Mahanta appeared, my lord,
We don't know.
for 1 and 3.
Mr. UK Goswami appeared on 31st May
My lord.
and made a statement before us that he has been instructed to represent all respondents. Let's call him. Then RKD Chaudhary came. Yes. Let's pass it over. Call Mr. UK Goswami there. Pass.
Item number 17.
Hmm.
I have sent my affidavit for vetting, your lordship. But I'm paying for a week's time to file my affidavit.
When government counsel, Mr. Bodloy submits that the affidavit has been sent for vetting and he requires 2 weeks time.
No.
2 weeks time to please bring the same on record. List after 2 weeks.
Item number 18.
Lordship, matter may be passed over for the time being.
So,
Seniors and.
so.
Item number 20 to 22.
Lordship, kindly pass authority matter for a time being.
Okay. What is the matter, Mr. Saikia?
This is regarding recommendation of the pay revision commission. What should be the appropriate scale of pay in respect of the teachers of the LP school?
Okay. Pass over.
Item number 24 to 28.
This matters, my lord, I just from item number 25 to 29.
Supposing there is no promotion, then also. the benefit of MSc Enter posting is the promotion of the promotion. They are in header. They are regularized in government payroll. How they can be deprived promotion? That's the thing. Why, there are judgments of Supreme Court on this. Yes, please.
I am paying for timing of the matter, my lord, from item number 25 to 28. Mr. Kensher is appearing, my lord. He is on legs in some another court for time being.
All right. Pass.
Item number 29.
के चौधरी साहब पास ओवर रखो.
Item number 31.
Matter was called out, none present for the appellant. Petitioner. What is the writ petition about? Union of India. None present for the parties. List of 4 weeks.
Item number 32.
Number 31.
31. What do you say? What is the matter about?
It's a regularization.
Regularization.
My senior is some difficulties.
Okay.
So this so
When do you want?
so kindly take this matter in the last.
Last?
Yes, yes, Lordship.
Last
Yes,
of what?
Time being.
None present for the appellant placed after 2 weeks. You are for the government or for the petitioner?
Petitioner.
All right, then pass over. All right. We have passed it over. You want it today or when?
Today, Lordship today.
Today. All right, passed over. Is there no culture of having a particular site for the petition of the randomly was no responsible होता है किधर खड़ा हो जाते हैं हमारे यहाँ उल्टा है they have the petitioner or the other side but anyhow Yes. System, please log it. Yes.
Item number 32.
Can you take up the after sometime senior council, people makes in another.
Every matter, same request being made.
He makes another court his.
My lord, may I pray accommodation for the day?
The council for the respondent prays for short accommodation list after 2 weeks for hearing.
Item number 33.
Made with your losses.
Mm.
So the entire,
I have respond number one. I have sorry to say, I have issued a letter to my client to take back the file, because he has no communication with me,
He has no.
I have no communication with him.
What is the matter about?
this is a case of settlement of a fishery.
Hmm.
The entire case is that the person who will settle with the fishery, he is a defaulter. There are documents on record. Default
The-
of government dues, lordship.
Respond number 1 is a defaulter.
Yes, your lordship. Default
Then
of
the government must have taken action.
lordship.
Has the government taken action or not?
Government have raised the claim against him. The documents are on place, but the learned single judge have held that since in the affidavit of the government, those records, those documents have not been annexed. So therefore, the honorable court decided that
The
it will be held
writ
against us.
petition is of 2017.
Yes, your lordship.
The tenure must have come to an end.
No, lordship. It's for
No.
7 years. lordship.
7 years.
7 years.
All right.
Almost. Again, it will be completed.
But it's a fact that he's a defaulter, and the latest document I have.
Who is the government counsel? Madam, what is your instruction?
Lordship, in this matter, Lordship, I don't have any instruction as of now, Lordship. If your Lordship can kindly allow me just.
And counsel, Mr. So and so representing
Twice
the.
it was,
We'll proceed ex parte then against the respondent number 1. Submit that he does not have any instruction to appear on behalf of the respondent. Then government counsel MS, the appellant has alleged that the respondent, after being granted the fishery settlement, has defaulted
lordship,
but-
before. He is a defaulter.
even before granting of the fishery settlement, was a defaulter. Then government counsel MS Chaudhary, Bhattacharjee prays for short opportunity to complete our instructions on this aspect. List on 3rd of August.
Obliged, lord.
Item number 34.
Yes.
May it please your lordship. My lord, the appellant before your lordship, my lord. My lord is a son of a government Gaupura, Gaupradhan.
Gaumbuda.
Gaupura.
Yes.
Father was a government Gaupura. And after long, my lord, period, my lord, father became ill. And during his illness, my lord, thus the appellant before your lordship, he was appointed temporarily to discharge the duties and function of the Gaupura. And he started going to the same. And after a brief period, father expired. The moment father expired, my lord, the charge was given to the Gaupura of next village. Then subsequently advertisement was taken place, my lord. And that was subsequently corrected also regarding age. And the minimum age is 30 years. The appellant before your lordship, along with some other persons, applied for. And they were waiting for the polling letter. And in the meantime, my lord, the appellant came to know that other candidates, their papers have been sent to the Mojada for its opinion, my lord. And his paper was not sent. Then after coming to know this same, my lord, he went to the deputy commissioner office saying that why my papers have not been submitted to the Mojada. Then the reason shown that he is underage. He is not completed 30 years of age.
Okay.
Then I said that I have submitted my birth certificate as well as accompanied by an affidavit. And therefore, that birth certificate should have been taken into consideration, but no answer was given. Then ultimately, compelled my lord, he approached this honorable court, and this honorable court on the very first day, that was rejected on the ground that since his school certificate date of birth is reflected something else and the birth certificate is something else. And therefore,
Yes.
the reliance have been taken place regarding my lord. That is Shahnawaz case, my lord. In the Shahnawaz case, my lord, that was regarding the Juvenile Justice Act, my lord. And
Come to Biradmal Singhvi versus Anand Purohit.
and that has got no appliance to my case.
Gentlemen, read the judgment in AIR 1982 Supreme Court. 1985 it should be. Biradmal Singhvi versus Anand Purohit.
Yes.
That is what the principle which has been laid down for determination of age.
My lord, I am having one judgment, my lord. that
Let's
is-
see, sir. Nikalna.
And in that judgment, my lord.
Yes.
My lord, elaborate discussion has been taken place, and after elaborate discussions, my lord, the reliance has been given to the birth certificate because.
Let's see the judgment, sir. Judgment of which court?
Supreme Court. My lord, Supreme Court. my lord.
Let's see.
Yeah, yeah,
Biradmal Singhvi versus Anand Purohit. Should be 82 or 85.
lord,
1988. 88. Yes.
My lord, there it has been said that since there is a statute for recording the birth and date, and under it, there is a establishment is there, my lord. And they have issued the birth certificate considering all aspects of the matter. And therefore, weightage should be given to the birth certificate. And here, the
Yes.
school certificate is also there. In the school certificate, my lord, the date of birth has been wrongly recorded for. And to that effect, my lord, an affidavit, my lord, has specifically mentioned
During hearing.
that my date of birth is so and so,
Correct.
and birth certificate is so and so, and it has been, affidavit has been submitted to that effect. And that was not consideration.
Right. Yes.
And thereafter, my lord, we came to file a writ appeal, and during the pendency of the writ appeal, the respondent have already selected the private respondent and has appointed also.
All right. Then
And we
now
have
what
brought it-
what is the way out?
And we have brought in notice to this honorable court also, and at the admission stage, my lord, this honorable court passed an order saying that the process may go, but in the meantime, it will be subject to the further order first. So here, my lord, only, my lord, determination is this, my lord, whether birth certificate that I have produced along with the affidavit, that will prevail, all my lord, the school certificate will prevail. That is the question. And if I, my lord, own that by birth certificate is there, my lord, and reliance is to be given, then I am having the case. And if my lord will find that the school certificate, the date of birth is prevail, then ultimately, my lord, I don't have to. So only this crucial matter.
Right.
And also, my lord, my response submission would be that the appellant before your lawsuit is the son of a Gaunbura. And the statute says, my lord, the son of a Gaunbura should get, my lord, the preference. His father, for long interval, long period, my lord, father was served as a Gaunbura. Father became ill. He also, the appellant also gathered a lot of experience in serving this same. And then again, my
The
lord,
judgment you
other
are citing, sir, the judgment you are citing, it doesn't deal with the higher secondary school certificate. Higher secondary school certificate regarding age. So there is a difference in the judgment you are citing. There will be n number of judgments of Honorable Supreme Court. There is a class 10th certificate that has to be given the preference. Not only one, there will be numerous judgments on that aspect. We have brought a judgment wherein it's on only a school leaving certificate.
my lord.
This is a case of class 10 certificate. You never took the trouble of getting your date of birth rectified in the school records.
We have applied. We're waiting for correction, my lord.
Till date, it is not done. So
Till
that,
date it is
that,
not done,
that
my lord.
date of birth will prevail. If there is a correction, then you may. Otherwise, also now you have gained the age, even as per the school record.
My
So
lord,
apply in the next process.
My lord,
There's the only way out.
my lord, since the process is going on, my lord, may I
The
pray, my lord?
proceeding has been completed. The respondent has been appointed.
My lord.
Now you do it in the wait for your turn when the next process is held. Try there. That's the only way out.
Tenure is whole life, my lord.
Whole life.
Yes. So, my lord, may I pray in this? May I pray, my lord? in this way?
Now there is an amendment, we
Since my
suppose.
lord process is going on in this Sheba, therefore, my lord, let it come after 2 months, my lord. In the meantime, we'll see.
Now there is an amendment, we suppose. I'm told that Honorable, my brother says that there is an amendment The tenure has not been, now it's not lifelong. Is it correct?
My lord, may I pray, my lord, then let it come after
All right.
2 months, my lord. In the
List
meantime, I will
after-
see whether my date.
6 weeks as prayed by then counsel for the appellant.
I do. That's
Item number 35.
For the respondent, Mr. H.K. Das appears, my lord, for the petitioner. Not been able to raise it also, right? Can I have it?
None present for the appellant. List up to 2 weeks.
Much good.
Passed over matters. Okay, okay. So then we'll have to issue notice or what? That's the only way out. Call out kar lijiye. Call out kar. He is not responding to the calls. He is here. Yes.
Well, sorry, I was at the matter. Can it be any other date so that?
Are you representing the council?
My lord.
Mr. Goswami submits that he represents the response numbers 1 and 3.
My lord.
The name of Mr. Goswami shall henceforth be reflected in the call list. Re-notify after 2 weeks. He may complete his instructions in the meantime.
I love bless.
Much obliged. Pass over, Mr. 18.
Sorry, my lord, I was not here. May I please, my lord? My lord, the matter pertains, pleadings are otherwise complete, my lord. The matter pertains to settlement of a stone quarry. my lord. Now, what had happened here was, my lord, whenever these stone quarries are settled, all those environmental clearances that are required are procured by the state government, madam. And thereafter, a 45 days time is given. I have to make the payments. And thereafter, those are transferred in my name and I proceed with the matter.
Okay.
In this mahal, my lord, none of these environmental clearances, binding plan were prepared. These were required to be prepared by me. I became the L1. Accordingly, my lord, they gave me a provisional LOI. Gave me a provisional LOI and directed me to go and get these things done. Now, my lord, these things take its own time. Madam. I got the mining plan done. Now it's pending for the environment assessment, impact assessment report. Madam.
Okay.
I had paid 1 lakh rupees. They have also written to the authorities. Now, when this matter was pending, MLA writes a letter that this man has not got the documents. So cancel his LOI. And I have people with me who can do it. Be that as it may, whether influenced by that or not, they come up and issue a speaking order saying that you have failed in spite of the extensions given to you. Your LOI is terminated in terms of that provision of the rules. And your money is forfeited and the balance 15% that you have to pay, that will be recovered as a land area. Now, my lord, the very allotment made to me, an LOA was not issued to me. What was issued to me was a provisional LOI. The provisions of the rules and other things, my lord, will kick in once that LOI is issued to me. Even, my lord, it said that it is for 5 years. The 5 years will begin from the date the final LOI is issued. Here, the final LOI till date is not issued. The Environment Assessment Committee, my lord, that is in the final stages. It would be out, my lord, shortly. How fast, I don't know, my lord, but the amounts that are to be deposited, I have already deposited, my lord.
So let's wait for that clearance.
My lord, can give me a month's time, my lord, so that I can also.
Why is it coming up before division bench?
Because, my lord, the rules I have put it to challenge because the rules are discriminatory. Because they are using it in a manner wherein, my lord, in spite of the fact that I'm not covered by the rules, they are applying the rules to me, my lord. Because rule says LOI. Here only a provision.
Then it's not a question of validity being examined.
Because, my lord,
applicability is
applicable.
the
Because
question.
the rules standing as it stands today, my lord, it can be applied as they
Either
wish
way,
to, my lord.
all right.
That's the problem.
Mr. Nair submits. The clearances, which takes long time. Mr. Nair submits that that his client has already taken steps for getting the requisite clearances and that the process is likely to be completed within next 2 months.
Probably, madam.
In 2 months. He thus prays that the matter may be deferred by 8 weeks so that the relevant clearances can be placed on record. Clearance orders can be placed on record. List after 8 weeks as per.
My friend's assurance is there operating.
The interim, the undertaking given earlier by the standing council shall continue. Shall continue. Additional Advocate General.
Item number 20 to 22.
Yes, Mr. Sakya.
There was an earlier round, just subject. There was an earlier round of litigation.
Oh, that,
That one,
that's that,
WT message led to this, and then they, my lord, my lord had argued.
List before a bench of which Honorable Justice Lady Chaudhary is not a member.
Much obliged.
He could have called me yesterday evening and tell this lordship. Whole 3 hours morning, I have to go through.
You are entitled to a good cup of coffee in Starbucks. Yeah.
First of all, matter, item number 24 to 28.
My lord,
Yes.
I tendered my apology, my lord.
You engaged a very busy council. What can we do?
My lord, can it be day after tomorrow, my lord?
What is the matter about?
My lord, our services have been regularized, my lord, in the year 2005, my lord, as Khalasi, my lord.
Hmm.
And after regularization, my lord, we have been promoted to the next higher post of sectional assistant.
Hmm.
But my lord, after our promotion, my lord, we have been again reverted back to our original post of Khalasi.
Okay.
And
Are you
now,
getting the benefit of MSCP?
my lord, we are now percentage of order passed by lordships, my lord. Now we are getting the salary of sectional assistant, which is the higher post, my lord.
Okay, okay.
And
Ms. Sakya?
The issue is that they were regularized in 2005 in the post of Khalasi against the post which is personal to them.
That
It
we
is
have seen,
ex-cadre
that
post.
we
And
have
these
seen.
issues are already settled by another division bench judgment.
Already settled.
Already
Which is
settled.
that judgment? Can we have it?
Yes. Dilip Kumar.
It has to be referred to if we want to disagree.
I got ordered.
How will you surmount this judgment, gentlemen?
my lord, there is no concept called personal post, my lord.
But in any event, the division bench of this court has taken a view. What thereafter?
2007.
How can we differ? You have to carry that matter to the Supreme Court then.
My lord, as per the FRSR, my lord, there is the concept called personal pay, my lord. Not the personal post.
Dear
This is
sir, the division bench of this court has taken a view.
Yes, my lord.
Personal post, no promotion. At best, we can come to your aid for financial upgradation under the MSCPS. That's the only way out. Very well.
My lord,
The council matter was called out twice. Senior counsel, Mr. Ken Chaudhary, is not available in both the rounds. Thus, re-notify after 2 weeks.
Only they are getting benefit, lordship. So we are in a little urgent.
Ms. Sakya, even if you don't promote them, the benefit of financial upgradation will have to be given.
They have got the benefit of their post because they entered service without any recruitment process.
For whatever
On
reason, you
humanitarian ground,
you had a right to oppose them at that stage. Once you have regularized them, you can't keep them on the same pay for their entire tenure.
Pay scale is not the issue, the post.
The post, of course, they will not get that. They'll not get that. If
Because they are eating up the regularly recruited person's post.
they are
who are in
already
the cadre.
holding that post has been protected by interim order.
It is not like that 10% post would be from promotion.
No, have they got an interim protection of continuing at that post sectional
We are continuous khalas, my lord, but we are getting the salary of sectional.
salary only?
Salary.
So salary,
That is
otherwise,
as
it's
a
like a,
part of the interim
it's like
order.
think of that, the issue in that way. There's a MSCPS in place, stagnated posts. What you will do after, in Rajasthan, it is 9, 18, 27. Here probably it is 10, 20, 30. We have to give the financial upgradation.
That is not the issue at all here. We have no difficulty on that.
So if they agree on that, what is the problem?
I don't think they will agree.
Let's see, let's see.
Yes.
Ms. Chaudhary,
Yes, madam.
how to get out of this division bench judgment on the very
Yes.
same issue?
Yes,
Yes. We have given a proposal. You just think over it.
madam.
Rather than harping on this promotion, they are all grade 4 employees.
Ah.
Why don't you make a prayer for benefit of MSCPS?
Okay.
Assured
Career progression.
career progression.
ACP, we call
That
it.
ACP.
Ah.
Not ACP, that is financial upgradation.
Uh-huh.
10, 20, 30.
Yeah.
In Rajasthan, it is 9, 18, 27.
Okay.
So every 9 years, if there is a
Let's get the
stagnation, financial upgradation, why don't you go for that? We have done it in one matter, and probably who was appearing, that madam was appearing.
My lord, certainly I can have instruction on that, my lord.
Hmm.
Possibly, my lord, we may have to accept that.
Because this judgment is there.
but my
Otherwise,
lord-
we'll simply be bound by this judgment, go to the Supreme
No, my
Court.
lord, there my submission is.
Yes,
Sir, there is nothing like personal posts in service jurisdiction.
irrespective, that the division bench of this court has held so.
My lord, if the
Then-
division
then you
bench
will
has
have to
not considered the,
Then you will have to satisfy us that is a matter requires reference to a larger.
exactly.
But then a
Anyway, my
better
lord,
way,
I'll-
easier
I'll
way
keep-
out is
My lord, I'll keep both the options open.
simply make a prayer, file an application
Yes,
saying that give us the benefit of financial upgradation,
Ah.
stagnated post concept.
yes, yes.
Because as per their own case, your posts are stagnated. There will be no continuance of the
In
post.
fact, my lord, there is a judgment of the Supreme Court which I am relying.
Hmm.
In such a situation, what was said, my lord, you maintain two seniority lists between the persons who are normal circumstances they are appointed and those who are regularized.
Hmm.
That's, my lord, that 1992 1 SCC 331, Dr. P.C. Rawani versus Union of India and others.
Hmm.
Where, my lord, the situation like the instant, my lord, one was resolved by the Supreme Court.
Your case
And this has been followed subsequently.
perfectly fits into that financial upgradations
Yes,
notification.
yes.
You can
My lord,
think of that.
kindly have it after a week. I'll have the instructions.
1
from the
week,
clients.
1 week.
Yes.
Mr. Chaudhary appearing for the appellants, please, for a week's time. Saika, you can also take, in the meantime, even
Yes,
on
I'll take instructions on that.
instructions on that aspect.
Highly obliged.
Deeply obliged.
Passed over matter 29.
Your lordship,
You are appearing?
I am for the appellant, my lord.
Yes.
This matter relates to provincialization of service of a ME school teacher.
So doesn't it go to the provincialization bench? We have constituted a special bench.
My lord, I will not have any, I'll be happy with that order, but then perhaps, my lord, because of the earlier order, first, whether your lordship will like to pass that order or not.
So maybe it might have escaped our notice that this is required to be heard by that bench. Is it coming in that? Teacher. Let us send it to that specialized, the special, place the matter before the special bench constituted for hearing the matters related to provincialization of services of school teachers.
If there is an interim order, let it continue.
Interim order shall continue, remain in currency till disposal of the petition. Yes.
Sorry to interrupt, my lord. My lord, in item 16,
Hmm.
my lord, he is the council for architecture. Some
Ms.
problem. is-
Goswami came here
My lord,
and he said that I'll be
my
appearing.
lord, I was the council before the single judge. I know, my lord. I think mistakenly CGCs are appearing, but he is the council. My lord.
The P-Manta will be appearing.
He will be appearing.
One and two.
That is. my
Now
lord,
let's change the order then.
that
Tell
is
Ms.
no,
Goswami.
my lord.
Mr. It
I
is
have
stated
made- I
that
know.
Learned Council, Mr. P. Mahanta will be representing the response numbers 1 and 3
One and two.
in this writ appeal. Thus, name of Mr. P. Mahanta shall henceforth be advocate shall henceforth be reflected cause list after 1 week.
Extremely.
Call Mr. Goswami and clarify. this.
I will inform. my lord.
You inform.
Hello.
This
First
comedy
Barometer-
of errors. Hmm.
First Barometer 31.
Yes, madam.
My senior is not here.
We can't help you then.
Kindly, it's a-
Matter was called out in the second round. The arguing counsel is not available. List after 3 weeks. Or call the hearing list also.
Hearing list, item number 11.
Hearing list. Matter was called out. None present for the appellant. List of 4 weeks for hearing.
Item number 14, hearing list.
Is there anyone from the hearing list? No one. Sure.
With due permission of your lordships, reference will be made on the passing away of late Dharmaranjan Gogoi, late Rakesh Baisya, late Savitri Das Barua, late Matiur Rahman, and late Lilaram Datta, advocates and member of the Guwahati High Court Bar Association. For order of reference, may I call upon Mr. M.K. Chaudhary, President, Guwahati High Court Bar Association.
Honorable the Chief Justice, the other honorable judges of this court, my senior colleagues in the bar, and my brothers and sisters in the bar, and the members of the registry. We assemble here today to mourn the death of 5 of our colleagues. It is really a sad day indeed, sad occasion indeed. Sri Dharmananjan Gogoi, who was known popularly as Montu Gogoi, he happened to be my friend since college days and in the university days. He is a very popular person. He was a renowned weightlifter and bodybuilder. In Cotton College, he became the Mr. Cotton for 2 consecutive years and also earned a lot of accolades regarding his skill as a weightlifter. Then he was Mr. Guwahati University and also the strongman of Assam. He's a very large-hearted person, and he had very soft corner for the poor and the downtrodden. I have known him doing many pro bono cases for the poor. His demise is not only a loss to the bar, it is my personal loss also. I have lost a great friend. Mr. Rakesh Bushya, he was a very young lawyer. He was about 42, 43 of age. He mostly practiced in the criminal courts, and I saw him as a very promising criminal lawyer, and he also appeared in many cases in the High Court. He was very enthusiastic and very hardworking. His loss is a great loss to the family and also to the bar. So far as Mrs. Sabitri Das Borua is concerned, she happened to be my chamber colleague for a few years. I have known her as a very sincere and disciplined lawyer. She was a swimming enthusiast and she was a beauty pageant. She studied in the South India and she had earned a college as a beauty pageant. She was a very disciplined lady so far as the lawyer is concerned. She also became the standing counsel of the Mizoram government. Before her death, she was bedridden for a couple of years. And we were very sorry to have seen her suffer. Such a disciplined person and health conscious person. She was bedridden for quite some time. So far as Motiur Rahman is concerned, I have met him and found that he is a out and out a gentleman, soft spoken but sincere. And he carried an air of peace around him. His loss is a loss to the bar. Sri Lilaram Datta, he joined the profession after retirement from Assam Financial Service. Being in service and holding important jobs, he was very disciplined and in his law practice. And he was also very sincere, honest, and amiable person. Loss of these 5 persons is a great loss to their families and to the bar. And I pray to God that the departed souls of those great persons rest in peace. And on behalf of the Guwahati High Court Bar Association, I offer my condolences to the bereaved families. Thank you.
Mr. Satyadhar Matak, President, Guwahati High Court Advocate Association.
Honorable Chief Justice, honorable judges present, respected members of the ASP, esteemed members of the bar, ladies and gentlemen present. Today, we assemble here to mourn the death of 5 of our very learned members of the bar. late Dharmaranjan Gogoi, late Matiur Rahman, late Sabitri Das Borua, late Lilaram Datta, and late Rakesh Boisha. Late Dharmaranjan Gogoi was born at Dibrugarh on 17th August 1956. He had his school education at Dibrugarh itself and later graduated from Cotton College, had his master's degree from Guwahati University and LLB from BRM Law College under Guwahati University. Late Gogoi served as lecturer of Gureshwar College for some time before he joined the bar. He adorned the prestigious chair of the chairman, the Bar Council of Assam and the Northeast for 2 consecutive intervening years for 2010-11 and 2011-12. Late Gogoi was also a very good sportsman. He was 2 times champion of All Assam Weightlifting Championship tournament, besides being adjudged Mr. Cotton and Strongman of Assam in 2005-6. He breathed his last on 12th July 2023. Late Dharmaranjan Gogoi left behind his wife Srimati Nilakshi Gogoi, daughter Smitakshi, and son Tushar. Late Matiur Rahman was born in Nagaon on 1st of May 1952, graduated from Nagaon ADP College and obtained his LLB degree from Guwahati University. He further obtained diploma in human resource management from Indira Gandhi National Open University. Before joining the bar in 2009, he had earned experience of being a school teacher, a stenographer to General Manager Hindustan Paper Corporation Limited. Late Savitri Das Borua was born in Guwahati in the year 1949. She joined the bar in 1993 after graduating in law. She had her talent in swimming during her yacht. This very talented lady breathed her last on 29th June 2023 at the age of 74 years. Late Lilaram Datta was born in January 1931. He had his school education at Nazira, Shivsagar. He graduated from JB Law College, Jorhat, and obtained LLB degree from Government Law College in 1984. He served as a teacher in Tingkhong Higher Secondary School before joining in Assam Finance Service, wherefrom he retired in 1988. He had experience in practicing in Central Administrative Tribunal, Assam Administrative Tribunal, besides practicing in service matters and financial matters in the High Court. He left for his heavenly abode on 19th April 2023 at the age of 93 years. Late Rakesh Boisha was born in July 1979. After graduation in law, he joined the bar in August 2006. It is to our great dismay, this young lawyer breathed his last at quite a young age of 44 years only. At his death, he left behind his wife, Mrs. Gitanjali Boisha, and a son. I, on behalf of the Guwahati High Court Advocates Association, express my heartfelt condolence and sympathy to the bereaved families of the said learned members of the bar. May their souls rest in peace in heaven.
Mr. Sinmat Chaudhary, Chairman of Bar Council of Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, and Sikkim.
My Lord, the Honorable Chief Justice, Honorable Judges,
present, members of the registry, my esteemed colleagues in the bar. Lordship, we have assembled here to mourn the death of our 5 esteemed members who passed away within a short span of time from mid of April to mid of July this year. Late Dharmaranjan Gogoi was closely acquainted with me and almost my contemporary. I knew him before joining this profession, and we indulged in some sports together. He was born in 1956 at Dibrugarh, had his studies at school and passed his SSLC and higher secondary from Boys Higher Secondary School, Dibrugarh. Then graduated himself from Cotton College and obtained master's degree from Guwahati University. He did his LLB from BRM Law College under Guwahati University. Then he joined the bar in 1981. Before coming to the profession, he was a lecturer in English in Goreshwar College. Then he contested by election, and after winning it, he was there for 2 terms, and he had on the post of vice chairman and chairman. He also had a short stint as the judicial officer in Nagaon Court for a few days. He was keenly interested in weight games and won the title Mr. Cottonian during his college time. He became 2 times champion in All Assam weightlifting championship tournament in his own group, and also won the title of Strongman of Assam in 2005-2006. He has left behind his wife, 1 son, and 1 daughter, who are well settled. My lord, Sabitri Das Borwa was born on 29/8/1949 and joined the profession on 23 of March 1993. She took keen interest in the profession and also took interest in some extracurricular activities, and she was a good swimmer. She passed away on 29/6/2023. Lilaram Datta was born on 2nd of January 1931. He did his schooling at Nazira Namatim, Shivsagar, 1948. Graduated himself from JB Law College, Jorhat. Then did his LLB and obtained a degree in law in 1984. He was initially a teacher in Ting Kong Higher Secondary School, then joined service under Assam Finance Service and retired on 1988. He was practicing at High Court, Central Administrative Tribunal, Assam Administrative Tribunal, civil courts, etc., mostly in financial matters. He, on his death, left behind his son and daughter, who are having their own children. Rakesh Boisha passed away on 12/7/2023.
was born on 31/7/1979 and joined the profession on 24/8/2006. On his death, he has left behind his wife, Gitanjali Vaishya, one son, one brother, and one sister. Motiur Rahman Lordship was born on 1/5/1952. He got his Bar Council enrollment on 6/4/1999. He was born in Pathori village of Nagaon district, Assam. Passed his SSLC in the year 1968, pre-university in the year 1970, graduation in 1974 from Nagaon AGP College, obtained his LLB degree in the year 1996 from Guwahati University, had a diploma in human resource management in the year 1998 from the Indira Gandhi National Open University. He joined as a personal assistant to General Manager of Hindustan Paper Corporation Limited in the year 1980. Worship, and the death of our 5 colleagues, the bar has suffered the loss. And so far, Dharmaranjan Gogoi is concerned. He was a personal friend of mine, and his demise is a great loss for me also. And I, on behalf of the Bar Council of Assam, Nagaland, etc., express my heartfelt condolence at the demise of the colleagues and pray to the Almighty to bestow sufficient strength to the members of the bereaved families to bear the loss, and pray that the departed soul may rest in peace.
Mr. Biswajit Goswami, Additional Advocate General, Assam.
Honorable Chief Justice of this Honorable Court, honorable judges, my esteemed colleagues, members of the registry, we have today assembled here to mourn death of our 5 esteemed colleagues. Late Dharmaranjan Gogoi, advocate who breathed his last on 17th July 2023 at the age of 67 years. Late Gogoi was born on 17th August 1956 at Dibrugarh, Assam. He completed his master degree in English and obtained LLB degree from BRM College under the Guwahati University. He served as a lecturer in Gureshwar College and also as judicial officer in Nagaon for a few days. He was also a member of the Bar Council of Assam and Northeast, and also became the chairman of Bar Council of Assam and Northeast for 2 consecutive years, with effect from during 2010 to 2012. He was Mr. Cottonian during his college time, 2 times champion in All Assam Weight Lifting Championship Tournament and Strongman of Assam in 2005-06. He is survived by his wife, Srimati Nilakshi Gogoi, 1 daughter and 1 son. Lilaram Datta, advocate of this Honorable Court, who breathed his last on 19th April 2023 at the age of 92 years. Late L.R. Datta was born on 2nd January 1931 at Nazira, Assam. He graduated from Gabi Law College, Jorhat, and obtained his LLB degree from Government Law College in 1984. He served as a teacher in King Kong Higher Secondary School. He also joined in Assam Finance Service and got retired on 1988. Thereafter, he practiced at this Honorable Court as well as Central Administrative Tribunal, Assam Administrative Tribunal, and other civil courts. He is survived by his son, daughter-in-law, granddaughter, and 2 daughters. Later, Rakesh Boisho, advocate who breathed his last on 12th July 2023 at the age of 44 years, born on 31st July 1931 at Guwahati, Assam. He got enrolled as an advocate in 2005. He is survived by his wife and son. Late Sabitri Das Borua, advocate of this honorable court, who breathed his last on 29th June 2023 at the age of 74 years. Late Srimati Borua was born on 29th August 1949 at Santipur, Guwahati. She got enrolled in the Guwahati High Court in 1993. A science graduate from Handy College, she was a criminal lawyer. Besides being the standing counsel of Mizoram government at the Guwahati High Court, besides being a swimmer and an excellent cook, he was also mastered several other hobbies. She left behind her husband and a daughter. Motiur Rahman, also an advocate of this honorable court, who breathed his last on 23rd June 2023 at the age of 71 years. Late Motiur Rahman was born on 1st May 1952 at Nagaon, Assam. He completed his graduation in the year 1970 and obtained his LLB degree in the year 1996 from Guwahati University. He also got diploma in human resource management in the year 1998 from IGNOU. He served as a primary teacher in Dakarghat School and then joined as a stenographer in Silghat Jute Mill in the year 1979. He also joined as a personal assistant to General Manager Hindustan Paper Corporation Limited in the year 1980. Later, during 2009, he joined as an advocate in this honorable court. He is survived by his wife, Srimati Anwara Begum, and a son. On the date of 5 advocates of this honorable court, I, on behalf of the state of Assam and on my personal behalf, express my deep condolence and pray for eternal peace of the departed soul and offer my deep condolence to the bereaved families. Namaskar.
Mr. B.D. Goswami, Additional Advocate General, Arunachal Pradesh.
Honorable Chief Justice, other honorable judges, respected members of the registry, my senior colleagues at the bar, my colleagues and ladies and gentlemen present. This indeed is another unfortunate occasion as we have congregated to mourn the sudden demise of 5 of our dear colleagues in the bar who left us for the heavenly abode during the recent past. The first name that comes to mind is that of Advocate Dharmaranjan Gogoi, fondly called Montuda by many of us, who died due to illness on 17/7/2023. A very busy lawyer in his time who practiced in civil, criminal, as well as in this High Court and its then outlying benches. Always a very physical person, he was in love of iron sports, lifted weights, and earned accolades in many a competition. He also introduced physical sports like arm wrestling, weightlifting, powerlifting, etc. to the annual games of the Guwahati High Court Bar Association. Socially very active person, he served as chairman of the Bar Council of Assam, Nagaland, etc. for 2 terms in the year 2010, 2011, and also in 2011, 2012. He also worked for a stint as a lecturer of Goresar College prior to joining this profession, and as judicial officer at Nagaon Court for a few days. Advocate Gogoi on his death left behind his wife Srimati Nilakshi Gogoi, daughter Smitakshi, and son Tushar, who are married and well settled in life. Another loss to the fraternity is that of Advocate Rakesh Boisho, who died on 12th of July 2023 at the prime of his life at the age of 44 years. Advocate Boisho initially started his practice in Guwahati High Court, but gradually he tried to shift his practice to Delhi as is learned. He is survived by his wife, Srimati Gitanjali Boisho, and son Sri Kaibonil Boisho, his parents, relatives, and well-wishers. Advocate Sabitri Das Borua, who died on 29th of June 2023, had joined the chamber of Soilan Medhi, advocate, and Jyotindra Mohan Chaudhary, senior advocate, renowned criminal lawyer, and practiced for several years in both civil and criminal courts, as also in the High Court. Advocate Das Borua died after protracted illness, and she left behind her husband Sri Pradeep Kumar Das and their only daughter Srimati Angana Das. Advocate Motiur Rahman, who hailed from Pathori village in Nagaon district and practiced in this bar from mid-90s, died on 23rd of June 2023. He did his graduation from ADP College, Nagaon in 1974 and obtained LLB degree from Guwahati University in 1996. He also did a diploma course in human resource management in 1998 from IGNOU. Before joining this profession, he served as a primary school teacher and also as a stenographer to the general manager of Hindustan Paper Corporation Limited in Jagi Road. Another loss to our fraternity is that of Advocate Lilaram Datta, who left us for his heavenly abode on 19th of April 2023. Advocate Datta enrolled himself on 28th of March 1989 after passing LLB from Government Law College in 1984. Prior to that, he served as a teacher in Sibsagar and thereafter in the Assam Financial Service, retiring in 1988. I, on behalf of the state of Arunachal Pradesh and its people, and also on my personal behalf, offer condolences to the bereaved families of said deceased colleagues and pray to God that their souls rest in eternal peace.
Mr. Anjan Kalita, Additional Advocate General, Mizoram.
Honorable Chief Justice of the Guwahati High Court, Honorable Judges of the Guwahati High Court, respected members of the registry, my colleagues at the bar. We have assembled here today to mourn the deaths of 5 of our esteemed colleagues and members of the Guwahati High Court Bar Association. In the last couple of weeks, we have lost late Dharmaranjan Gogoi, late Rakesh Boiswa, late Sabitri Das Borua, late Motiur Rahman, and late Lilaram Datta. It is indeed a sad occasion for us that we had to mourn the demises of as many as 5 of our colleagues at the bar. All of them were excellent human beings and spent eventful lives during their lifetimes, and the time they spent at the bar. Loss is always immeasurable, but death is inevitable. I, on behalf of the state of Mizoram, as well as on my personal behalf, deeply mourn the passing away of late Dharmaranjan Gogoi, late Rakesh Boiswa, late Savitri Das Borua, late Motiur Rahman, late Lilaram Datta. I pray for eternal peace of the departed souls and pray for the blessings of the Almighty to the families of the deceased to withstand the unbearable loss. Om Santi.
Mr. Ranjit Kumar Deb Chaudhary, Deputy SGA.
Honorable the Chief Justice, Guwahati High Court, honorable judges present here today, members of the registry, learned senior advocates, and my colleagues in the bar. We assemble here today to mourn the death of 5 of our colleagues who have passed away recently, namely Dharmaranjan Gogoi, Rakesh Boiswa, Savitri Das Borua, Motiur Rahman, and Lilaram Datta. Dharmaranjan Gogoi, or Mantuda as he is commonly referred to. Everyone, I would say anyone who has known him would agree that he was a good sportsman, and everyone would more agree that he was an absolute foodie. I have visited chambers of many of my seniors here. There's a difference between the chambers out here and the chambers which I have attended in Delhi and other places. I see a similarity with the chamber of Mr. Gogoi. That is, he had a kitchen. He used to come early in the morning, work. Whenever he has time, he will go back to his chamber. Of course, his chamber was very nearby. Food is cooked there. Anybody, his juniors will have food, again come back to the court, work till the evening, then go back home at their own time. I would remember him for one thing, just as I had joined, perhaps 98 or 99. Early in the morning while coming to court, I was just opening my gate. I stay on a hilltop, the road in front, and he was coming to the court. And he asked me, "Oh, you stay here?" I said, "Yes, sir, I do stay here." He came down from his car, went to my compound, and told me, "You make your chamber here." And he added that just behind your chamber, you make a shed, you can place some weights out there, and in your free time, you can do the weightlifting and all. Of course, adhering to his advice, I bought the weights, but it has always remained under my bed. I never have tried the weights. He was an absolutely good human being, but being a foodie, he developed diabetes, and that was primarily taking its toll in the later part of his life. We would miss him. Insofar as Rakesh Bachcha is concerned, Your Lordship, I do not remember having met him personally. But I am told that he was a good, promising lawyer so far in the criminal side. Late Sabitri Das Barua was also a criminal lawyer. She represented the state of Mizoram for some time. Late Leela Datta, I remember, Your Lordship, a very amiable person, and mostly I used to meet him in the CAT, that was around maybe 20 years back. And he was a very regular person attending the tribunal. Late Motiur Rahman was also a good advocate, and I'm told that he had made a name for himself in the profession. I, on behalf of the Union of India and on my personal behalf, pray to the Almighty to give strength to the bereaved family of the departed soul. May their soul rest in peace.
Mrs. T. Crow, Additional Advocate General, Nagaland.
My Lord, the Chief Justice, His Honorable Companion Judges, Member of Registry, learned senior advocates, and my dear colleagues of this esteemed bar, as today we gather to pay homages to our fellow beloved advocates, late Dharma Ranjan Gogoi, who expired on 17/7/23, late Mathur Raman expired on 23/6/23, late Rakesh Bachcha expired on 12/7/23, late Leela Ram Datta expired on 19/4/23, late Sabitri Das Barua, who expired on 29/6/23, late D.R. Gogoi, born on 17/8/56, joined the Bar Council in the year 1982, did his schooling from Dibrugarh, further study and LLB from Guwahati University. Late Gogoi was also a lecturer, chairman of Bar Council of Assam Northeast for 2 consecutive years. Late Gogoi was also a sportsman and a champion in all Assam weightlifting championship tournament with the title of Strongman of Assam. When I joined this profession as a junior, I used to live next to his chamber in Uzan Bazaar. I find him as a very fun-loving and a foodie then. Very friendly and a strong man indeed. Late Gogoi expired at the age of 7, leaving behind his wife, a daughter, and a son. Late Mathur Raman, born in the year 1952, he obtained his LLB from Guwahati University, also a diploma holder in human resource management in the year 1998 from ICNU. Late Raman was also involved in different capacity imparting social services before he joined this esteemed bar in 2009. Late Raman expired at the age of 71. Late R. Bachcha, born in the year 1979, he was enrolled to this Bar Council in the year 2005, joined the bar in 2006, Late Bashia expired at the age of 44 years, leaving behind his wife and a son. Late Leela Ram Datta, born in 1931, he obtained his LLB from Government Law College in 1984, joined this bar in 1989. He was also an expert in service and financial matters while practicing as an advocate. Late Datta expired at the age of 92 years, leaving behind a son and two daughters. Late Sabitri Das Barua was born in 1949. She joined the Bar Council in 1993. Late Barua was also a science graduate from Henry College, a criminal lawyer, and a standing counsel for Mizoram government. Late S.D. Barua expired at the age of 74 years, leaving behind her husband and a daughter. Joining with my predecessor, I, on my personal behalf and on behalf of the government of Nagaland and the people of Nagaland, express our heartfelt condolences and pray that God may grant comfort and strength to the bereaved families and to bear this irreparable loss. May their souls rest in peace. Thank you.
Now, may we have the honor of reference by Honorable the Chief Justice.
My esteemed brother and sister judges on the bench, Mr. M.K. Chaudhary, President, Guwahati High Court Bar Association, Mr. Satyadhar Matak, President, Guwahati High Court Advocates Association, Mr. Chinmoy Chaudhary, Chairman, Bar Council of Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, and Sikkim, Mr. Biswajit Goswami, Additional Advocate General Assam, Mr. B.D. Goswami, Additional Advocate General Arunachal Pradesh, Mr. Anjan Kalita, Additional Advocate General Mizoram, Mr. R.K. Dev Chaudhary, Deputy Solicitor General of India, Mrs. T. Karo, Additional Advocate General Nagaland, learned senior advocates, members of the bar, members of the registry, and judicial officers. Today, we have assembled here to mourn the sad demise of advocates Sri Dharmaranjan Gogoi, Sri Rakesh Baisya, Srimati Sabitri Das Barua, Sri Motiur Rahman, and Sri Leela Ram Datta, who are members of the Guwahati High Court Bar Association and left for heavenly abode on 17 July 23, 12 July 23, 29 June 23, 23rd June 23, and 19th April 23, respectively. The life sketches and educational achievements of the learned advocates have already been stated by the learned speakers before me, and thus I need not repeat the same. Sri Dharmaranjan Gogoi enrolled himself as an advocate in the year 1981 and eventually became the chairman of the Bar Council of Assam and Northeast for 2 consecutive years in the years 2010-11 and 11-12. He also served as a judicial officer at Nagaon Court for a short stint. Besides that, he had shown keen interest in sports. Twice he was the champion in All Assam Weightlifting Championship tournament and also became the strongman of Assam in 2005-06. Late Sri Dharmaranjan Gogoi left for heavenly abode on 17 July 23, leaving behind his wife, a daughter, and a son. He was 67 years of age at the time of his demise. Late Sri Rakesh Baisya left for heavenly abode on 12 July 23 at the relatively young age of 44 years, leaving behind his wife, a son, a sister, and a brother. Late Srimati Sabitri Das Barua enrolled herself as an advocate in the year 1993. She practiced mainly on the criminal side. She was a standing counsel of Mizoram government at the Guwahati High Court. She had a keen interest in swimming and painting. She left for heavenly abode on 29 June 23 at the age of 74 years, leaving behind her husband and a daughter. Late Shri Motiur Rahman got enrolled as an advocate in the year 2009. Prior to that, he had served as a primary teacher in Dakarghat School in the year 1975 and also worked as a stenographer in the Silghat Jute Mill. He left for the heavenly abode on 23rd of June 23 at the age of 71 years. Late Sri Leela Ram Datta got enrolled as an advocate in the year 1989. Prior to his enrollment, he had worked as a teacher at the Tingkong Higher Secondary School as well as in the Assam Finance Service, from where he retired in the year 1988. As a lawyer, he practiced at the High Court, Central Administrative Tribunal, Assam Administrative Tribunal, as well as the civil courts. He excelled in service and financial matters. He left for the heavenly abode on 19th April 23 at the ripe age of 92 years, leaving behind his son and 2 daughters who are well settled in life. I did not have the opportunity to meet any of the learned advocates personally, but I am told that learned advocates Sri D.R. Gogoi, late Sri Rakesh Besya, late Srimati Savitri Das Barua, late Sri Motiur Rahman, and late Sri Leela Ram Datta were equally loved and respected by all for their gentle behavior, amicable dispositions, and fair submissions in the court. Their contributions in the field of law and their approach and behavior with the members of the bar and bench will continue to inspire the legal fraternity. Their death is a great loss, not only to their respective families, but also to the legal fraternity. I am sure that they will always remain with us in our memories. I and my brother and sister judges of the bench fully associate with the sentiments and feelings expressed by the members of the bar. I, on my own behalf and on behalf of my esteemed colleagues on the bench and the members of registry, convey heartfelt condolence to the members of the bereaved families and pray to the Almighty God to grant eternal peace to the departed souls and give sufficient strength and fortitude to the members of their families to bear the irreparable loss. As a mark of respect to the departed souls, I request the learned members of the bar and bench to observe a minute's silence. The court work on the judicial side will remain suspended for the rest of the day as a mark of respect to the departed souls. The Ministry is like to communicate the proceedings and convey our heartfelt condolence to the members of the bereaved families.